So, I've got some more exciting news today as far as the whole Gidget thing goes. And I sent an email something, to Sid Straw. Now, those of you who remember Golden Palominos will remember Sid Straw. She also did a lot of other work prior to that and after that, and she's still gigging. Well, she's another local person who lives up in Vermont. So I've emailed her and asked her if she'd like to, you know, come be involved in the documentary and all that, because she did spend some time playing in the area, and I bet she's been back since, you know. I mean, I have no doubt that she's played at the Iron Horse a bunch of times and all that, so, but you'll definitely remember the Pearl Street days and everything. So, and the other thing I was thinking about, I haven't brought this up with Julie yet because I don't, you know, Julie's still having hair trauma, so, hey, got it. Anyway, yeah, so Julie's still struggling with her hair trauma, and so, you know, I'm kind of just letting her deal with that, because, of course, only time helps when it's a hair trauma. But, like I said, the other thing person I'm looking at is Robin Lane. The only problem with Robin Lane, let me turn this fan off for a minute, is that I was made to look pretty silly in front of her by Tanya and Margaret, because that was one of the problems with that band, was that, you know, they were always inviting people to come and, you know, hang out at our practices and stuff. And when Tanya came back from Tennessee after her father died, you know, I was trying to do something nice for her, you know, so I thought, okay, invite a few friends over, you know, to watch the jam, and, you know, people that are encouraging and stuff, you know. So I invited her and this woman Fern, who's a big-time DJ around here on college radio and now, you know, nonprofit radio and everything. And, you know, we've had a long association. Both me and Tanya have had, you know, years and years of knowing Fern. So I invited Fern. Now, Fern, you know, couldn't come. And Robin Lane and Katie Shaughnessy, Hennessy, I'm sorry, the drummer that we actually used several times and really wanted her to join the band, but she couldn't make the commitment. But anyway, so they ended up showing up this night when they told me upside down and backwards that there's no way that they could be there. And, you know, we were sort of, I think, in the middle of a song or something when they showed up, and Margaret just flipped out and got all nasty and everything. And Will, the drummer that we were playing with that night, said, "Who's that? Who's that? What's the big deal?" And so I was trying to tell him, it's Robin Lane. And Margaret goes, "No shit, Sherlock!" You know, and in just that way. And, you know, everything became so embarrassing. You know, here I was trying to do something nice, but I was also trying to, you know, invite somebody that I wanted at the practice, you know, because like I said, they had family and friends coming all the time, so... You know, and it turned into such a big deal that I ended up leaving the band and realizing that they were not the kind of people I wanted to be working with. Enough said. But so, you know, as far as getting hold of Robin, I'm afraid that whole debacle that Margaret and Tanya caused over that situation, I might just have Julie, or if I can get Sid, and Sid can talk to Robin. But I just have a feeling that, you know, that Robin thinks I'm, you know, just some, you know, loser because of Margaret and Tanya, you know, so. Anyway, so yeah, that's the news. Sid Straw, I'm going to hopefully get her to come and be involved in the documentary. She'll have a lot to say. She has a long history. She was very... big during the original punk era when like Patti Smith and Thurston Moore and all those people are around. So she would definitely have a lot to say about the era and about performing in, sort of the Pioneer Valley, Northampton, Amherst area back in those days, what it was like, who was around, who she worked with and all that. And I'm pretty sure that I don't know, maybe I was kind of researching the neighborhoods yesterday because we played with them at Pearl Street. I don't think I actually contacted them to ask them about it, but I will. Now, I got to tell you a little story about when we played at Pearl Street with the neighborhoods the first time. I don't know who they thought we were, but the guitar player, nice guy, I have to say, nice, very nice people. But he sort of thought we were just like these rank amateur beginners, And I had to tell him I'd been playing for like 40 years and it was nothing new and stuff. But I did it in a way that didn't, I didn't want any uncomfortableness. But like I said, nice guys. So I'll bet you anything that they will be into doing it. I'm letting everybody know that this is not some big Hollywood production. This is an independent film. It's going to be shown all over the world, and it's not necessarily to make big gobs of money. It's to, get the history of punk out there as being a legitimate part of the history of rock and roll. And what sort of caused people to go towards punk, and why the kids of that era got into it and stuff. And of course, in the beginning, it was a very British thing, and it was very much a matter of what was happening in the country at that time. Like the jobs were all being shut down, all the mining jobs, all the manufacturing jobs, all the, all of Yorkshire was just absolutely shut down by Margaret Thatcher and her crowd. And, everything became automated, and they just lost so many jobs. And so the poverty level was going up, and, everybody was living on council estates and, the whole thing. And so that was when punk kids just started saying, hey, we got to do something, just in order to get rid of their stress and anxiety over their situation. So that's when they, started doing the haircuts, the mohawks. And although they didn't really get into mohawks too much until later on, I have to say that. And they call them Mohicans over there. They don't call them mohawks. But anyway, I'm going on and I'm telling you history that I can be telling you in the documentary. But, sometimes these things are fun to just throw in. But anyway, so that's the name of the game. We're not, we're not a bunch of rich people putting together some great big Hollywood thing that, we are small, and that's the way we want to keep it. Anyway, so hopefully Julie's going to be over her hair trauma soon. And, hair grows. So hopefully, you should have seen it up to here. The fringe up to here. Anyway, I'm going to let you go now. I'm going to go smoke this cigarette and hang out with my cat. It's a little bit cooler today, so it's a little more, comfortable to do those sorts of things. So anyway, hopefully I'll hear from Sid, and hopefully she'll be interested, or at least give us some people that would be, but I think she'll do it. I really do think she'll do it, because she's just that kind of person. No airs about her, she still walks around in jeans and flannel shirts and plays on stage that way, she's not into the whole yuppie thing, so thank God for that, Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.